have chosen for you a huge bird that little is known about, and it is called the California condor or the California condor, scientific name, Gymnogyps californianus, or Arizona eagle due to the place in which it is located. Let's go on our journey to learn more about our amazing bird. California condor. It is a New World vulture and the largest bird capable of flying in North America. This condor inhabits northern Arizona and southern Utah, including the Great Canyon and Zion National Park, in addition to the coastal mountains of central and southern California, and northern Mexican state of Baja California. California condor is currently the only living species of the genus Gymnogyps, although there are other prehistoric species of it. This bird is a scavenger animal, feeding on large quantities of carrion. Its plumage is black, with white stripes on the underside of the wings. Head is bald, and its skin color ranges from gray in juveniles to bright yellow and orange in adults. Its giant wingspan of 3 meters makes it the largest of all North American birds. Its weight of 12 kilograms is approximately equivalent to the weight of the swan trumpet among the native North American birds. It is also one of the most long-lived birds, as it can live up to 60 years. It takes 5 to 6 years for California condor chicks to have the colorful adult plumage. Its life begins with opaque feathers that turn into colorful feathers after each annual molt. These grow very slowly, and their spawning rate is very slow, and they don't spawn until after their 6th birthday. And the female lays only one egg every 2 years, but she lays another if the first is removed, and if this is removed, she also lays a third. Scientists have noticed this feature and exploited it to multiply captive birds. The California condor population declined dramatically during the 20th century, as a result of several reasons, most notably illegal fishing, lead poisoning and the destruction of its natural environment. However, a rescue plan launched by the U.S. government. He succeeded in capturing all the remaining 22 of him in the wild in 1987. Has been reproduced in the San Diego Zoo and the Los Angeles Zoo. Number of birds has returned to the rise after rebreeding in captivity. It was brought back into the wild for the first time in 1991. Dozens of birds have been released in a few locations in the western United States, like northern Baja California. However, the California condor is still considered one of the rarest bird species in the world. In December of the year 2011, there were only 390 birds of it. Of them, 210 are in the wild. Then the number increased slightly by May 2012 to 405 birds, 226 of them are in the wild. California condor has great significance in Native American culture. It has an important role in many of their ancient legends. California condor was first described by the English biologist George Shaw in 1797. He called it vulture californianus, Latin, vulture californianus. It was originally classified in the same genus as the Andean condor, but was separated from it later. It was transferred to his own class due to the slight difference between them in appearance and length of wings. Second tends to prey on small animals more than large ones. Genus name Gymnogyps is derived from the two Greek words, gamma upsilon mu nu omicron sigma, gymnos, meaning naked, and gamma upsilon psi, gebs, meaning eagle. The name of the species is californianus, which means California. It is relative to the living area of the species in the U.S. state of California. The word condor itself is derived from the Quechua word contour. The exact taxonomic position of the Andean condor and the other 6 New World vulture species remains unclear. Although the vultures of the Old and New World are very similar in appearance and lifestyle, which evolved from different ancestors and in different parts of the world, are not closely related to each other. The extent of the difference between the two species is currently the subject of much debate. Some relatively ancient authors have held that the vultures of the New World, stork, is more closely related to the vultures of the ancient world, while some modern authors group the two families together in the order Falconiformes. Others tend to give them a separate rank of New World vultures. South American Classification Committee separated the New World vultures from the order storks, and instead classified it as an indeterminate class. She indicated that it is possible in the future to transfer them to the rank of Falconiformes or New World vultures. Genus Gymnogyps is an example of the remnants of the geographical spread of a once widespread species. During the Pleistocene, this genus was widespread throughout the Americas. Several species were described to him using fossils that lived in prehistoric times, including the Floridian condor Gymnogyps cuforti, in Latin, Gymnogyps coforti, from the early Pleistocene, and the Peruvian Gymnogyps howardi, Latin, Gymnogyps howardi, from the late Pleistocene. In sediments of the late Pleistocene period in Cuba, a condor was also found, called Antilla vulture, Roni, and later classified as a species of the genus Gymnogyps. It may be under the type of the Californian condor. California condor today is the only surviving species of the genus Gymnogyps. Does not exist under any agreed upon species, and although its geographical spread greatly diminished during the Holocene era, its numbers have always been small and inbred. However, there is a form of it that dates back to the late Pleistocene period, and it is sometimes considered under a prehistoric type, is Gymnogyps californianus amplus. Classification of this form as a separate species Gymnogyps ambles, whether or not it is currently a matter of debate. The Gymnogyps imperius inhabited most of the region's current geographical spread of the California condor, and even its spread extended to Florida. However, it was larger and about the same weight as the Andean condor, and the beak of the Californian condor was wider. But with the climate change that occurred during the last ice age, it shrank. Gymnogyps amplus numbered so many, that it finally evolved into Gymnogyps californianus, Latin, Gymnogyps californianus. Adult California condor is completely black, except for large white triangular stripes on the underside of the wings. Its legs and feet are gray, its beak is ivory, and a group of black feathers encircles the bottom of its neck. As for his eyes, they are red and brown. Young birds are often dark brown with mottled. Head is black, and the stripes on the underside of its flight feathers are mottled gray instead of white in adults. Head and neck of the California condor are nearly bald, and their baldness is an adaptation intended to keep them clean, which sterilizes the skin and treats the effects of dehydration and exposure to ultraviolet rays, as happens at high altitudes. Color of the skin ranges from yellowish to bright reddish-orange. California condor doesn't have a real voice or specific melodies. All he could make was some hissing or snoring, which can only be heard when you get very close to him. Male California condors are slightly larger than females, unlike most birds of prey. Its total length ranges from 109 cm to 140 cm, has a wingspan of 2.49 to 3 meters, and a weight of 7 to 14.1 kilograms. Estimates of the average weight range from 8 to 9 kilograms. Wingspan of up to 3.4 meters has been documented in California condors, but no wingspan over 3.05 meters has been documented. Most of these measurements are from birds raised in captivity, so it is difficult to determine. We have come to the end of our information about the California condor eagle. Whether there are any significant differences in size between captive and wild birds, I hope you like it. If you like to complete more information about it, you can leave a comment. Not forget to support us with Blake and subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new to meet with a new rare bird.